What's up? What's up? YouTube and Facebook. This is a little video. Let me take this off. A little video because I have some. I would not say news. I just want some. I can say advice. Uh, I don't know how to say this. I want real opinions. I have a debate in my head. Something that I'm thinking based on some issues that I'm going through the computer, and I'm comparing the issues that I'm having now with the computer with issues that I had before with other parts on the computer, and some stuff are coming in my mind and some ideas, and I would like to hear from you guys here in Facebook in Gaming 101 and whoever can give me their true opinion on YouTube. I am not looking to fanboys to come and comment on this. This is better than that. This is better than that. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a real gaming opinion, especially those ones that play on PC. This is the issue that I have. I started to play games in PC back in 2003, probably. And I don't remember. Exactly how I get into PC gaming. I remember that back in Puerto Rico, my crew, my clan, which was Omar Negron, Dennis, Felipe, um, the Blast Brothers, Richard, Rolon, Omar Negron, and all of us. We always like to go to my friend house, Alex Rodriguez, and play video games there. All of us have consoles. Some of them stay in the Genesis era. Other ones we jump to, more to the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and all that stuff. But the only one who had basically all the consoles in the house was Alex. And we like to go to his house, spend time there, because we was all friends and stayed talking until late at night. And also go to his room, and I remember play GoldenEye and all that stuff, and it was really fun. But I think that in that time, his brother Kenneth was the first one who started to play games on PC. I remember he had a PC on the living room, and he used to download a bunch of music from by that era Napster, and he was basically the first one who started, like doing something different. He used to play games in PC, not big games, not amazing 3D games, but little games in PC. And I used to say, this is stupid, I don't like it. I wasn't really console fan. Then after that, if I don't make a mistake, the first one who started to play a little bit more hardcore games on the PC was Omar. I remember he used to live in close to my house in a place called Los Llanos, and I used to go to his house, and I remember that he had I think there was a Dell computer or a compact computer. I don't remember the brand, but he was the first one who put in that machine an Nvidia video card, and he used to play Serious Sam and a little bit more 3D games, and he always tell us, you need this to look better, look at the resolution. But that time, do a 480p game, it was like, oh my god, that look amazing, with the CRT monitors and all that stuff. And I get hooked. And I remember when I get my first good job, I bought a compact. Back in the days in Corozal over there, we used to have a Radio Shark, and I went over there and I buy a compact with an AMD CPU on it, and I think that I put an Nvidia card. No, I put an AMD card that by that time was an ATI, the brand. And I'm starting to play video games, so that was the way that I started in PC gaming. And then I get married, put PC gaming on the side, and went back to consoles because consoles are cheaper to afford. And I have two babies, wife, house. My responsibilities was bigger, and my check gotta go to other places. But now that my daughters are basically adults, I decided to come back to PC, and in 2013 I built my first PC since 2003. I built the 2003 was basically a Frankenstein. What I did was order a Dell and Dimension, and have an Intel dual core, I think that it was by that time. And then I ordered with an Nvidia card, but then I switched the Nvidia card for another ATI, and that was my journey. Then in 2008 I built my own computer, ordered parts and all that stuff using the same case from Dell. I make a Frankenstein, and I have an ATI. I don't remember if it was AMD by that time already, or still ATI graphic cards. And then by 2013, I started to build it, from scratch, from zero, ordering cases and everything, because I was a little bit upset because the Wii U was not giving me the games that I want to play. So when I came back full time to gaming PC in 2013, I went with AMD again, because in my opinion, AMD offer you the best bang for your money. But that's my opinion. I know that Nvidia have way better graphic cards that produce better frames per second, a higher resolution. But I don't know, there's something on AMD that always catch my attention. Intel used to be my CPU of preference until Ryzen came out. But in GPUs, I don't care if my game run 5, 10, 15 frames less than yours. I like AMD. And I built that computer in 2013, and then I have an FX 6300. Then I switched that FX 6300 for 8350. But those CPUs are not really good. So here come AMD with the new Ryzen CPU. They are been beating basically almost everything that Intel have for a good price. So I decided to rebuild the computer, and that's what I called them. I called the first one Matilda, the other one was Matilda 2.0, and now Matilda 1.1, and now Matilda 2.0, which is the one that I have right here. Is that one right there? And when I built this one, the last one, I have an AMD. I started with an AMD 1600. And I have an AMD 480 RX. Oh my god, I'm so confused with this number. It was a RX 480. Okay, it was the RX 480. This machine was giving me everything that I need. Games was playing really good. My monitor was a 1080p 60 hertz, so the machine was working better. But then AMD came with the Ryzen 3000, and I was like, I want a 3000, so I ordered a new motherboard, upgrade to the Ryzen 3000. I get the 3600, and I say, what the heck, it is time to update this machine. I wanna go over 1080p. I am not into 4K yet. I think the 4K it's not necessarily in video games. I like more 1440p because it gives me better FPS. And I was like, what the heck, let's update the video card at the same time. But this time I jump and I get an RTX 2070. And the card has been really good. When it comes to graphics, how the games look, the RT, the ray tracing look good. I cannot say nothing about this card that I would say, oh my god, this is the worst card I ever bought, or stuff like that. But I'm having a lot of issues with the card when it comes to bugs, crash, and stuff like that. And I am not sell out to GeForce experience. When I have my AMD 480, even they give me 1080p, if I can get a game running at 60 frames per second in 2K, it was a miracle. Sometimes Microsoft games, I can push them almost onto 4K at 30 frames per second, which I was surprised with that card. But that card was not designed for that. And since I have this card, I'm having no issue based on how it look or perform, more issues with the software. GeForce now it's not as good as is Adrenaline from AMD. From in Adrenaline, I can do so much thing, even overclock the card, which I don't like to overclock card. If you buy a card and you want to overclock it, why you don't buy the next step then and finish that? People say, oh, overclocking it's safe. You need to know what you're doing. No. For me, nothing that you buy and try to push it to the limits will last you forever. Because for some reason these cars are stuck in this level. It's not because they don't want to give you other powers, because they know that the way that they build it, that is the maximum amount that they want you to run, because it can give you issues, overheating, stuff like that. And then you need to start to get into water cooling, and the water cooling for the video card, and the water cooling for the it's too much hassle for just get 10 frames more. In any game after 60 frames per second is already running good and perfect. Why I want getting all this trouble just to get 50 more frames per second and say, oh look, my computer run my game 50 frames per second more than you. No, so I'm not into overclocking and all that stuff. But like I was saying, I having too many bugs and issues with Nvidia. Recently, I gotta erase my computer. I'm gonna admit it. I put a game that was not, like my friends say, borrowed for the internet, and start to give me some DirectX issues and crash. And because of that, it start to crash everything on my computer. So I don't have another option than just go wipe everything out, wipe all the hard drive, start from zero with a fresh copy of Windows 10, and it's running good, but I'm still having some issues. I was trying to play Star Wars the other day, Battlefront from Origins, that I bought that game, and the game start up and close, the start rip and close, the start rip and close, and I gotta go all the way to the GeForce app, open it, and go to you can select the resolution, and if you want it optimal or performance in GeForce. And I went over there and I select download it to performance, download all the way the resolution to 720p, put the game Windows borderless, and then the game start to run. And then after the game run, I went through the setting of the game and put it back in 1440p, full screen, ultra settings, and now the game is running good. But none of these issues, I have them when I have the AMD card. The AMD card, if I push the cards to the limits, it just drop the frame so bad, and I say, okay, this is not working. Boom, let me back down in specs, because this settings, that I'm using are pushing the video card to the point that's gonna melt down very soon. And yes, I know frames was less. Like I say, I can play Battlefront 1440p, 60 frames per second, well, almost 80 something frames per second with this card. With the AMD 480, I was playing that game 1080p, high setting, no ultra, at 60 frames per second. So the performance is way better. It's a better car. And I know the ray tracing. It's a thing that I know that if Nvidia will be do way better. I know that the new AMD cars are coming and they're gonna be supporting RTX. But I don't think that they're gonna do RTX as good as Nvidia. But I prefer to don't have RTX. I prefer to have an RTX that is less mind-blowing, but have games that run with a good frame rate and with no issue, they're having this issue. So I'm giving you all the story because I want your opinion. I want you guys to give me your side of the story, how Nvidia's been doing for you, if you have any kind of bugs, any kind of crash, any kind of issue with the drivers and software from Nvidia. If you think that if you are an AMD user and jump to Nvidia, if you think that AMD give you a better experience. I'm not talking about performance, please. I am not talking about what car look better, what car can run more frames per second. No, I'm not talking about that because I know that Nvidia have that battle win. Okay, I'm talking about the experience with the software, like Grimozone or Adrenaline that is called now versus GeForce Now. Which computer had less bugs? What GPU had less bugs? Which GPU lasts you longer without giving you any error or crashing your games between AMD and Nvidia? Because I really think that I'm gonna upgrade this video card by 2021, and I don't know if I'm gonna get the new AMD RDNA 2 cards when they come out, or if I'm gonna jump to a GeForce RTX 3000 series when they come out. I was thinking to update to the 2080 Super, but if the 3000s are coming, hey, I'll wait a little bit longer. But my decision is or go back to AMD and get an RDNA 2, or wait and go with GeForce RTX 3000 series, probably the 3080. When it's time to upgrade this by January 2021. So any kind of good advice and good opinions are welcome. Please don't start to put comments on the bottom. Yeah, that's why I'm playing console, because I understand console is you buy it, put the discs, you play for the next 5 years, and that's it. I understand that, but I like the way the computers run games. I like the way that they look, and I like the fact that I build them and make me feel like this machine was created by me for me. So I don't want no console fanboy. That's what I hear. That's what it is. Because at the end, PC will be always over console. It's a war. Console are more convenient because it's plug and play. Don't worry about this for the next 5 years. But computer always gonna be evolving and giving you better performance and a better experience than consoles. But it comes with the downside that they can fall once in a while, and not all the games want to run like in consoles. You can buy. Give you a sample, Star Wars on PlayStation 5 when they come out, and it will run, and you buy it on Xbox Series X and it will run. You don't need to be worried that probably we're not running in the PlayStation 5, but it will run on the Xbox One, Xbox Series X, or you play it in my house and you go to, yeah, I understand all that. It's good point from console, but at the end, the performance and the fact that I create this machine and do what I want the machine to do, it's what I like about PC gaming. So like I say, any good advice and ideas that you guys have, let me know. I don't want to be hearing no fanboy, AMD is worst, Nvidia is better. No, I want experience that you guys have. This is Alex Montalvo for Gaming 101. See ya.